Hello and welcome to a brand new season of Rupel Boom. Current European champions, thank you very much. Five-time European champions, Rupel Boom. All is going well. It's the 1st of October 2042. We're going to be facing Atletico de Madrid in the Champions League Group C. That is our fixture. Currently, the season looks like this. We actually lost to Club Bruges away in the Pro League due to the ASCII sending off at 40 minutes. Excuse me. But everything else has gone according to plan. And most of the games we've actually got clean sheets. We've been flying with the clean sheets recently. 4 in a row at the moment. We've also got the European Super Cup in the bag. We got the Pro League Super Cup in the bag. So, yeah, looking very nice, very comfortable for Rupel Boom at this moment in time. I am seeing a lot more sendings off, though. There's lots of sendings off. Let's go and have a look at the transfers. We've got a lot of transfer history for the future, but we'll talk about that when it happens. I have updated the face pack, so some of the new regens will have faces now. And let's go and see. You can see there's a bit of a difference between the ins and the outs in terms of money. I'm keeping some of the money around to grab a left back. But unfortunately, we lost on the free at the end of last season. I'm pretty sure I signed him up on a contract before the game crashed, but you know what? Can't really do much right now. It's just something that I should have really thought about before continuing on with the save, and I'm sure I got plenty of warnings, so it is all my fault. Loads of loans, as you'd expect, but we've kept back about 5 to 10 players in the under 21s, some to retrain positions, some to try and sell. So it's not like a complete 100% loan out everyone kind of situation like it usually is. Okay, from the freeze we got Dalgard going to Bayern Munich. There we go. Langella going to Tottenham. And then the one that I'm really annoyed about, Shaib at Bayern Munich. Just lost him, and we'll have to get him back for a release clause of £86 million. So it's even more money having to splash out on players that we essentially had. But you know what? I'm all right. I'm fine. Jordan, Gally, Moulin went to Inter Milan, and Ruben Sanchez, the final one of the 3 players, going to Arsenal. And then sale of Renault. Renault went to Inter Milan. Bram Vandenberg went to Ghent on £14 million. Alejandro Jose Filio went to Paris Saint-Germain. That's £17.75 million. I think there's about a 20% profit on that, but that transfer was really just get him out the club as quickly as possible. Enio Alfonso went to Liverpool for 50 plus 40% next sale. And Pimenta went to Inter Milan at £65 million plus 40% of next sale. And your big one, Julian Constantin, goes to Manchester City at £150 million plus 40% of next transfer. Big thanks to someone in the comment section saying that you can actually shortlist 500 people at a time. I'm going to check that in the next youth intake shortlist session, whenever that happens. At the start of January, when I accumulate all the 2042 intake and see if that actually works, and then I'll get back to you. So that was the outs. Ins, Romeo. You'll remember him. Ip Chung Kit, a winger from Paris Saint-Germain who's unfortunately dropped off that top potential. Francis Obogo, a left back, goes straight into the first team from, Sevilla for $58 million. That was his release clause. Jose Gonzalez, a striker in the under 18s, only $7.75 million signed up there. Joshua, I don't know why, Barcelona wanted to get rid of him. He's maximum potential, I believe. A 19-year-old Senegalese forward. Then we have Predrag Vukadinovic, who is a Cypriot. He was maximum potential, but I think he's dropped to 4.5 stars and signed up from Villarreal at £16.5 million. Lima from Flamengo is an 18-year-old Brazilian forward, and Ferran, a free from Barcelona, just signed him up pre-contract. It was a pretty comfortable backup solution to that position. Okie dokie. Anything else that I need to talk about? Club info. We've changed the kits. As I said, we would change the kits if we won the Champions League, so we did. And yeah, they look quite nice, to be honest. I'm glad that... I'm happy with the way that they turned out, personally. Right. No, we still have things to talk about because Yael Doubts has signed a new contract. 425k per week until 2046. And that is, what, I think it was valued at £90 million over 4 years. 90 million. He's loaded. Absolutely loaded. I think Leon Verhoek has also got a new big-time contract. Sought by wages. There he is, Leon Verhoek. However, in the reports, it's terrible to actually report back that he doesn't feel comfortable playing in the big matches, unlike our other strikers, Gabbiadini, who's got a torn hamstring at this moment in time. And, where's the other guy? Where is the other guy? Granelli. He also likes the big games. So... is it time for Leon Verhoek to move? I don't know. He's 22. He's class, and I'm not willing to part with him like I did with Kurt Warne. I'm not willing to do it. I don't think we'll sell him, even though he doesn't like the big matches. Interestingly, the assistant manager wants Abogo to start on that left-hand side. Even though Frogner is clearly better. It might be because he is 3 years younger, 4 years younger. Just have a check on that. 5 years younger. Goodness me. But we've got to try and keep as many people happy as possible. An unhappy Frogner feels forced out of the club. Might be because I tried to offer him out. And try and keep everybody as happy as possible. I know that Koshak, we're going to have to play Koshak a little bit because his contract's expiring at the end of this season. Don't want to release him on a free because he cost the club a lot of money. So I would like to see some kind of return, even if it's not 100% of the money that we purchased him for. But Carafina's into the first team now. We did have we had a lack of centre-backs last season, and that was found out when we were trying to rotate the side at the end to keep the first team fresh for the Champions League semis and final. And all of a sudden we realised that we didn't really have any backup centre-back options. Carafina would have been nice. He's come back from loan. He's looking amazing at 21. He could be replacing Koshak anytime soon. Plodge is actually playing more than Izella. It's interesting. I thought Izella and Koshak would be just there for a long, long time. But nope, that is not the case. We've got centre-backs trying to take their places. All right. So we had a really, really easy group, in my opinion, with Atletico Madrid, our most difficult opponents. And the away game, the most difficult of those. We'll go to the league table so you can see. We have Ferenc Varos as well, and we have Mulder. I think that's how you say that name. We have Mulder as well in the group, so it's a really, really simple group for us to bypass. Even if we struggle against Atletico Madrid, we should go through no problem. So without Pimenta around, we're going for Gonçalves in the middle. who's this young Portuguese midfielder that we spent a lot of money from Benfica. But he's turned into everything that we'd expect him to turn into. Technicals are in the dark green on the wheel. So I think that could be a very, very long-term relationship between Gonçalves and Rupel Boom. We'll have to see. Let's go back to the visualizer. He could turn out to be our best midfielder. You never know. Ebersbach nods it on. But the goalkeeper, Ali Poor, is collected by Atletico. There's no H. Try and remind myself that there's no H. Oh! It looks like an own goal. Ahmed Al-Shibani. It's a nasty deflection. Gonçalves goes and celebrates. It looks like this has been wrongly called here because Gonçalves' shot looks on target. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't. On slower view, it looked like it was going to the right of the goal. There you go. We have scored without registering a single shot on target. We'll take that. Leiva. I believe Leiva's one of our old players. I'm going to have to check what kind of old players Atletico Madrid are playing against us. Ebersbach, I think, just hit the post. Yep, still no shot on target. Let's just pause this and have a look. Yeah, so Leiva was one of our old players. Rupel Boom moved to Liverpool and is actually on loan at Atletico Madrid. I mean, striking-wise, he's really, really good, but he's lacking in many other departments. But he's a top finisher. Smith. I mean, some of these I might be missing. Belotti rings a bell. I don't think... Yes! Wow, what a call! Yeah, Belotti. Oh my goodness. Wow. Fair enough. So he has made his way to Atletico Madrid. Ali Porpozzini, Ray. I gotta be honest, I think this guy was in the old face pack and he was a different skin tone. But anyway, he's now this guy. Wicked. It's a good job that we had, like, a space of, like, 3 or 4 years before applying the face pack, because it meant that I could refresh the entire old squad and just bring in some new faces into Rupel Boom before we gave them real faces. Yeah. So we didn't basically compare their old face to their new face, basically. Reyes, Alipor, maybe Perez. God, I've got a good memory of these old players. Yeah, Perez used to play for us, and I think the whole idea was to try and get him as he is just a natural left back, and he's playing on the attacking left. Apparently, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't do that. Good save, Repo. So a handful of ex-Rupel Boom players, like there is in many of the European teams. Oh, I must say, like, Barcelona as well. Barcelona purchased Hugo Alves from wherever he was, probably Chelsea. A lot of money, I think it was £99 million moved hands, and we had a 40% of that, so money coming in left, right, and centre, really, which we need. The Belgian league is now the third most reputable league in Europe, which is awesome. That'll increase prize money and should increase the valuation of our players further. Havenar. So Havenar is the reason why we've moved Constantin to, Manchester City. Firstly, I have no idea why Manchester City want him when they've already got, I think, Diaz and Bilek on that left-hand side. It just seems like an overkill of left-sided players. Yeah, Diaz, I think, moved to Manchester City from PSG. That was 6... No. It'll be more than 6 months ago now. It was ages ago, really. It got us a lot of money. It was like £111 million, that. So the closers really coming in clutch sometimes. So Havernor's now, I would say, backup left side of mid. Kaye is definitely the first teamer or the starter if he's fit. And I think we're going through a little bit of a refresh. I can't believe we're thinking about Frogner moving over. Oh, it's Plodge! Get a ratio by Plodge! Shit! Oh dear. Very nice. It's the same kind of match stats, but we are just way more lethal. Which is, like, great. And it shows that the defense is holding up as well. Not got any doubts in. Have we got doubts on the bench? Is Doubts injured by any chance? Oh, through admin error, we haven't got Rangel on the Pro League registration. So I'm going to actually throw him in here, second half, just so he can get game time. As Doubts, I think Doubts has got a slight knock, an injury that's just left him out of this game. Yeah, 1 to 4 days. He's all right. He's all right. And Kaye's coming back to fitness. Gabbiadini's got a torn hamstring, I believe. I do apologise if the commentary's been all over the place. Yeah, what else? What else have we done? I kind of wanted Boris Zoric to go because he's very much nearing the ceiling. There was an offer in, but I'd kind of like about £60 million for him. Who else has made the jump from under 21s to first team? Ooh. Looking at that, I think I've covered it quite nicely. Yeah. There's a few players out on loan, but I wouldn't say they're in the first team. They're just over the age of 21. Clays is also in this bracket, but I don't really want to see him go because he's one of our own. He's one of our own. Yeah, I guess Clays is now in the setup, but I've got no real reason to use him. I think I've covered the actual changes to the first team. The under 18s is kind of like lightly populated, so we might not actually win the youth league this year. That being said, all our investments have gone in like South American players recently. The ones that you saw on the transfer screen, the future transfers, they're coming in when they're 18, so they won't go into the under 18s at all. Hence why I guess the under 18s is lightly populated this year. But still, fingers crossed, they might still be able to pull it. Maybe. Pull it off. Right, let's go for some more subs. It's nearing the 70th minute. Askey is tired. Ebersbach is tired. Let's have some Zanetti in there. Havanor. Okay, Havanor's going to stay around. Boris Zoric. Can we swap them two? Very interchangeable. Yeah, we'll have it like that. So Gonçalves plays as the deep lane playmaker. As soon as I make my 3 subs, of course, Granelli gets a slight injury. Hopefully he can play with that. Maybe I can just take him off. I'm surprised that you can't just take off someone with a slight knock and play the last 10 minutes with 10 men. If anyone knows how to do that, I'm sure Football Manager might have an option to do that. Usually, he'd come out on the dugout and say, look, this person is injured, you can take him off. but we're not seeing it right now. Just want him to get him through. Let him get through the next 5 minutes. Just maybe he's got like a bruised ankle or something. I don't want it to turn into something serious. Go on, Gonçalves, hit it. Nah, we're all good. Plodge with the first touch. Restrepo's got an excellent first touch on him. Oh, I didn't sort out the goalkeeper kits, so there might be clashes there. Might have to take a look at that. Granelli, Gonçalves. Work. Oh, and Granelli, first touch. Yeah, might have scored that if he was fully fit. Some nice football anyway. Well done, Rupel. From back to front there, and front to back. Hey, done. And no serious injury to Granelli. That's the main thing. Good win, boys. A lot of suspensions, a lot of injuries recently. Don't like it. We need to get back on track. Granelli, pull groin, 5 to 6 days. So, yeah, that could have actually got very serious if we had bad luck on our team that game. Okay. That is that. So, I've got to work on trying to keep people happy, especially ones expiring soon. So, Koshak. Boris Zoric, in my opinion, can go, even though it would be a lot of money lost. But I think he's asking for a new contract, so I might sign him up to the new contract. He might only ask for like 60, 70k per week, and then sell him. Aiden, that's next year. I think we're going to say goodbye to this goalkeeper. I don't know where. How old is Ferran? Ferran 22. So we basically got a year there, and Ferran's on less wages as well. So I might say goodbye to Oscar Giacchino and let him actually play first team football finally in his career. Yeah, wicked. Yeah, just a few things for me to like consider and make sure that I try and rectify the mistakes of old. I don't want any more high potential players going on free to silly clubs like Bayern Munich. We got to keep them around and stop hemorrhaging just stupid money. Overall balance is looking at the moment £330 million. That transfer budget will drop significantly. The overall balance will drop significantly because I want Shaib back from Bayern Munich. Okay, I've struggled a little bit in this video, but we've got there in the end. I'm sure some of what I said was quite informative. So, cheers. Thank you ever so much for continuing to watch this Rupel Boom series. I will try my best to become the greatest club in the world. Ever. Yeah. See you next time. I've just noticed that our wage budget is 4.1 million per week. Jesus. Bye-bye.